kind of clean up my lenses here. There, a little better. Uh, my hair is officially long enough to do a man bun. I'm very proud of it. No, I really think it's very Portland, Oregon douchey ish um, to this man bun business, but oh, sorry. I have what do you call it? I have the actual chat, live chat here and on my tablet. If y'all want to know what I'm eating these gummy peaches. Um, mm, they come in a little bag. There's peach. Oh, there's actually mango. Sorry. There's mango. There's peaches. There's all these different type of flavors, and mango and peach is kind of one of my favorite flavors. And I kind of wish that they don't sell them individually packed like this because it's like tedious. But I found out why they sell these and why they sell them in individual packages. It's because they get dried out easily. So I remember um, I wonder why my live chat thingy is not working. There. Oh, I just had to refresh it. Geese. Geese. Hello. Hello, beautiful disaster. Hello, Red Cap. Hi, guys. But I figured out why because one night when I was really drunk and on my table I have like a jar of it, I must have opened one and just forgot to consume it. The next morning when I got up, I went, "Oh, I gotta clean my, my mess and everything." So I grabbed everything I can, and grabbed one. I was like, "Well, there's still one in here. Yay, lucky!" And I went to go bite it. It was like unusual stiffness in my mouth. So, yeah. But they come like this little gummy. They have this like little powder on there, so it does not get really tatchy. It's delicious. It was like like it's causing a stroke now. Ooh, I kind of like this. I never really got a chance to work with the filter. I kind of like this one. Oh, hey, pillow on the floor. Anyways, let me share this on my Facebook and everything. Um, there is Drunken Tarot live. I don't know if you can kind of see up here. That is going live, and that's another reason why I never really want to go live on weekends because it would split this whole thing up. But I thought I should come on here not for tarot card readings or whatnot, but come on here for like a Q&A where um um where we could talk about just random stuff, zodiacs, um, witchy poo stuff, tarot, anything. I mean, anything. Sorry, I'm posting this on Facebook, guys. Post. Boom. I don't know if any of you guys are on my personal Facebook, but I made some bomb ass grilled cheese. And there's a secret to it, if you will. Um, where you um, where you put mayonnaise on the buttery side. You put mayonnaise on there and just pan fry it. That's how you get the perfectly golden. What? What is this in the chat? Hold on. Hello. I am so confused about my BFF Robert Cancer. Does Does he not want something? What do you have for a read for me today, Libra? Oh, I'm not doing any tarot card reading today. Um, Today is kind of like a day off. Yesterday was perfectly fine, but I did a couple private readings, and that one of my private readings was um like an hour long, and that was so draining. I don't know if you can kind of hear in my voice. My voice is kind of raspier and a little deeper. But yeah, boyfriend was like, "Are you okay?" Like, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." It's just like this reading was took energy out of me, and person got more than what they wanted. They paid for a full reading, um, and they got more than what they needed. They kind of, if you think about it, kind of got a therapy session with it, but it is what it is. But anyways, if you guys have any questions about anything, pop down below, and I'll answer them as honestly as possible. Like I'm always honest about things anyway. So this wireless charging port sucks so much dick. Sorry, FYI. That's just the frustration. It's like it wants to charge, but it's like no, wireless charge pause. I am shuffling tarot decks. I am shuffling some tarot here, but I'm not doing some readings. I'm trying to reconnect with my original deck. But oh, what do you know of the King of Pentacles and the Two of Wands? Um, like how do I feel about them? Like itself in a reading, or my meanings to them? Um, Let me look it up. I mean, I know what they look like, but I'm just gonna grab the card so I can kind of use the King of Pentacles and Two of Wands. Damn, where is the Two of Wands? Gee, literally at the bottom of the deck. Well, usually when a King of Pentacles does pop up in a reading, I tend to look at what's the surrounding cards around it, because it's usually most of the court cards are messages or an energy more than um more than actual, what do you call it, more than like astrological, like all that or as a person, yada yada. I like to view it as like it's an energy of the subject. Core cards are they can be very difficult to read because it just has multi layers. You kind of have to like make a decision where you have to like, I don't know, make it where it's like this means this and this means that. It's all deciphering. But usually the King of Pentacles is an energy of a person who is just um, who has a sense of stability, who has an understanding of the value of a dollar in a way, who is who is very practical, very relaxed, um, very calm. Oh, um, or a Palmer. But I like to put more tea than that. It almost looks like poopy water that I'm drinking. Hi, Tempest. Hello, hello. And then the Two of Wands usually means moving from one place to another place. And it's usually with the Two of Wands, it's usually advancing to another place or trekking to another place. But not just that, but it's also traveling. It also means um, getting like a promotion. So it's like a lot of times it has to like applied to the actual question, to actually go into like where's the surrounding cards at. It's kind of difficult just like, oh, King of Pentacles, practical, Virgo, male, Two of Cups or Two of Wands, travels, moves. Like it's not so like that. But like honestly, like it comes to like a point where you should definitely like look into when you're reading your tarot, look into your own meanings. Because when I bought this deck, or when my sister got this deck for me, I got this, which is my journal, my tarot journal, which I need to get back into this, because I just miss it. But I had to like create my own definitions and keywords for each tarot because when I started practicing tarot, I was like, okay, I need to like really get down to the gritty of of what's what. So, oh, who's doing black magic on me? I don't know. Um, that's kind of a. I can get on that subject and kind of help, not help. I can kind of help you not declare, but figure out what would be like if there's black magic or something like that. But like you have to perform it yourself. Um, be it that it's a lot better when someone performs it when the afflicted is that afflicted does the spell. Why am I so like full moon? It must be the full moon. Must be the full moon. Anyways, um, so I had to create my own like definitions on this. And like the fool, that's in everyone. The magician, I will. The high priestess, I know. The empress, I make. The emperor, I realize. It's just like stuff like that, keywords. Then also I got keywords for the ace to 10. It's like I will, I know, I make, I realize, I believe, I choose. 7 is like the path. 8th is restraint. 9th is wisdom through experiences. 10 is changes and new cycles. And that's how I refer to the major arcana. And then had to declare to myself, had to declare the suits. What aspects do they have? So like wands is something that deals with like work, social stuff that deals um, with our going to work life, also our friendship, but yet work, social life. Cups is something to deal with emotions and love, and emotion is such a wide situation, where we could talk about depression, anxiety. Those are all emotional driven things. And then pentacles is like money and material. So like when I say materials, I'm really getting to the point where really talking about that, not just like, oh, I own like a box of matches, not so much as that materialistic thing. It's more of like home values, like stuff that's around your house, and then of course money, financials, stuff like that. And then swords I declared troubles and problems because most of the swords that you see are very brutal imagery in the Rider-Waite deck. And then also give time to each suit. So wands are weeks, uh, and cups are days, pentacles is years, swords is like months. And each one has its own season, and each one has an element associated with it. So, and that even goes into my witchcraft theory. Not theory, way witchcraft is that I relate the wands. I relate my wand to the element fire, and then I relate swords to air, because swords are very mentally rule. There's this huge battle for, I think it was like years ago on YouTube about wands versus swords. Um, Elemental battle was a video. I don't know if it's up anymore, but anyways, this guy made it like a 10-minute video. This is when YouTube had like a limit of 10 minutes, but 10 minutes of like him talking about where it stemmed from, and how people view this to this and how people view that to that. And then like then he gave his personal a penny at the end, which was really good. It was a really amazing layout on a video. I really loved it. I don't know if I could find it. I'll look for it and see if I can get it. Also, you have to declare um, yes and no, and then I have in the court cards right here. Um, I have like the King of Pentacles is like a Taurus male. Um, I had all these associations with astrologically energies with court cards, but yeah, it was really difficult. What do I have down here for Two of Wands? I know my work in social activity, successful in business, and everything. Oh, I even have reversals. Oh my god, this is just tells you how long that I haven't done. I'm really hugely debated about bringing reversals back into my readings because those those are also additional information. Another set of 72 or 78 cards. Um, is my ex Bestie Tiny working roots on me? That only I know that hates me. She practiced Wicca. Well, she practiced Wicca. That Wicca is a really spiritual, uh, earth-based religion. And if she does practice Wicca, then you know that you have to follow the Wicca Deed, which is in harm none, do you will, which means the threefold law is there. It's to police people who have abilities to bend elements of their ways. So if she's practicing Wicca, there's really not that much on attacking you. Can't really harm you. Um, but there's a whole controversy about that too. Um, but also, what you should really think is card combinations. I swear to God, every tarot card video does not really talk about combinations. When you have your layout and you lay out X amount of cards, and then you're like, okay, each card is a combination. If you notice that when I do my readings, I usually like hold up two cards like combination, and then my third card will be like, oh, but this is this, but this is this, and occasionally this is this. These are combinations. You're looking for a combo. You're looking for a 1, 2 to 3 hit combo on these. And usually when something like this, like for instance, we just use a really good example. The death, actual physical death. I have a layout of cards of on in the spread to like, okay, something's going on. There's a physical death that's happening, and it's causing such strife, which usually means death card. It's gonna have the death card, the tower, the blink card, judgment, 10, 6, 4, or 3 of swords. And I wrote down here you need at least four or more of any of these cards to suggest that there is actual physical death. I have karmic situations and lessons, legality, meditation, money, and within that money it's like earn, being spent, lack of borrowing, save, moving houses, pregnancy, relationships, which is marriages and stuff, study, which which I have under the study is like, oh, you need to we need to talk about studies, we need to talk about work, we need to talk about this. Physical or spiritual journeys, religious and philosophies, self-exploration, travel, and then within travel it's like by air, by roads or train, overseas, and then vivid dreams, which is like the moon and 9 of swords. If I remember, there was a reason why I picked that, and the moon. It was based on this deck when I got these combinations, because I'm like, okay. And then 9 of swords. Oh, that makes sense. Vivid dreams. That makes so much sense. Because, like, look. Clearly, vivid dream, like. So that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And this is kind of cool going back to this. What's this? Yeah, things do happen like that when uh things do happen like that when a lot of your a lot of aspects in your life just gets killed, gets mutilated. Um, you tend to fall into depression. You tend to lose the spark of life. But when it comes to like hexes, when it comes to like hexing, cursing, harming, um, it takes a lot of energy. But you're tying a string to the cursed energy or hex, or whatever, bejinx. There's like many levels. You're tying a string to it and tying it to the caster's hand. So basically, there's a link, and you, when a caster does that, sending anything into anyone's ways, to give a spell more potency, give the spell more power, is to tell the person that you're afflicting that you are cursing them. And so it becomes a festering wound within the person. The persons will start believing that they're cursed. They'll start looking, it's like a planting a seed in someone's mind about it. They'll start looking for every little aspect of their life that relates to, this is a curse. I'm cursed. Like, I dropped, a freshly baked pie on the floor. I'm cursed. And you start just feeding into that energy, and then it just thrives off of you, and the caster doesn't get anything from it. However, when a caster is casting something on you, and you have ability to reverse it back, that little string can tell you who it's coming from, and you can send the energy back to the person, um, which is, it's something. But yeah, the only way that a curse will actually work is because of the afflicted person is harmed and believes that they're harmed based on this curse. That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why you would get attack, or let it to attack you. But yeah, when it comes to like tarot cards, just really like get to the point on like laying out what resonates with you, what is your view on it, because you just definitely don't want to follow another person's definitions of most cards. However, there's this very generalized ideal of keywords of the cards out there that we all kind of somewhat follow, but we go off of it. But definitely, when you get a tarot deck, definitely take this book by all means and throw it away, because this book is like trash. I remember when I first got into tarot, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be so fun." It gives you like a little like instructions of what it is, where tarot came from, and then like it gives you the meanings, the reversal, the divination meanings, and the reversals, and then it throws off this 10-card spread, which is like incredibly difficult for a newbie, and gives you the definitions of that's what, and they give you like this little paper in the back for notes. Like, who's gonna put notes in this tiny little thing? Like, I don't know. Definitely, when you buy a tarot card deck, you definitely want to buy a book that goes with it. Like, and it fell on the floor, and I can give rat's ass about that book. Like, that's probably the only little white book that I have that I don't use, that I found in a recent deck. But normally when I get that, that's the very first thing I get, is like I grab that and like chuck it, because I'm like, I don't need that trash anywhere near me. But when it comes to tarot cards, you should definitely start creating a tarot journal, figuring out what's what. Like right here, I'm just like shocked going through this journal. Court cards, like if there's 3 or more. Kings, the King of Wands is an Aries with an Emperor card next to it. King of Cups is Scorpio with a Death card next to it. And then the King of Swords is Aquarius along with a Star card, which makes sense. And then King of Pentacles is a Taurus alongside with the Hierophant, or the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. Then I actually have the major arcana, but I have it in keywords. I don't really have it in like an actual sentences. Then I actually have zodiac signs that goes with the major arcana, which is mine as the Lovers. I think it's because it's just the number wise, the duality. That's spreads. Oh, my full spread. I haven't used my full spread in like ages. It's a 9-card spread, past, present, future. Action to the outcome, health and money, inner feelings, spirituality, energies, and the outcome to the current. Oh, cool. That's so cool. And then I have my famous Witches spread, which is a 13-card spread. Right here, the King of Pentacles. This king is a good financial advisor, practical and reliable. A very stubborn one. He is a Taurus type. Makes sense. And then, of course, spreads that are tarot card spreads that are not mine. I do write down like where did it came from and whatnot. And then blessing a deck, clearing a deck. I tend to do blessing of decks. Usually, when it comes to like blessing a deck, it's usually when a deck is like literally, it's like clearing the cache, clearing the data, and it's like you trying to give it a boost, give it a refresher, like it's an F5 to it. And definitely I'm really big on like definitely redoing it, which I might bless this deck, because this deck I need to do a clearing and then blessing. Clearing the deck is really, I made it simple. Some people tend to do this very elaborate ideal with it, but I tend to smudge it with sage or sandalwood or lavender, and then just wave the smoke around it and just like give it a good energy. And then I usually do it every day for one whole week, from the full moon, which is tonight, onwards, which is what you're doing. You're removing the catch, the energies that were attached to this. And then like a clear quartz on top of the deck, or whatever crystal you want to work with, like an amethyst would be really good to have on top of that. And then, oh, you're welcome, Amber. You're welcome. And then, of course, the blessing of the deck, something what you do. The everything spread, the 8-card spread, and the silver lining. And I think that's when I stopped. This is a really good timing for me to, actually get back into my tarot journaling. But yeah, definitely tarot journal. It's required. Question. I got water bottles sitting outside, not glass. I got 3 water bottles I'm leaving outside. Okay. And they're not glass. Okay. Oh, foaming water? Yes. Unfortunately, we don't get to see the moon here in Portland, Oregon. We won't be able to see it because it's a storm. Huge. It's been raining all day, so it usually means it's going to rain more all night, and we won't be able to see the full moon. But I do have my little jars thingies um, filled with water out there with full moon. Yeah, you're doing it perfectly. You can never go wrong with cracking moon water. I mean, I heard ways of the blue of moon water where some people do put gems and crystals into the jar filled with water. Some people use filtered water. Some people actually use they'll add salt to the water, which is kind of like the base of holy water in almost a way. But yeah, you there's like no wrong. Some people actually put their water bottles that they drink out, not outside, but on a windowsill with the full moon hits, and the next day they drink that for the morning to give that moon energy. You could also do sun water, which a lot of people don't really think about, but like putting water out in the sun for a whole day, it's kind of like when when you're making tea and having it sun kissed. It has that very inviting, strong energy of just got it. We can do this. Yeah, that's what some people do. The storm water, which is something I like to collect a lot. Some water helps. Yeah. There's times where during the summer I would just have like a little jar of water out there and let the sun fully give its energy a full day, and then I just keep it stored out there until I need it. Moon water, like I tend to put it out there but then take it in because it's not like the moon's gonna like be there all day situation, and I don't want certain particular phases of the moon to influence certain waters. So but yeah, if you hear me shuffling cards, I am shuffling my old tarot. I'm just trying to connect to it. And I can honestly tell you, these cards never, after all the years of me shuffling this deck, these cards never like had a jumping card coming out of them really, which I like a lot. When cards jump out of tarot decks, they kind of like, okay, I felt like I wasn't finished shuffling, but obviously I had to stop shuffling because it means we're good. But picking up a tarot card that flung across the goddamn room, it's like, please. Plus, these cards are kind of positioned, I don't know if you can kind of tell, but they're kind of grooved. So they're kind of in the feeling of, I think it's like embedded with my hands. Plus, like, they don't move. Man, I like that. Oh, I miss these cards. I miss these cards. I miss these cards. Oh, I should play some music because it's awfully quiet. And no, I do not play Christmas music. Not a big fan of Christmas music. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It's Banks. The song is called Waiting Game. It's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite artists. Um, such a. I think everybody's doing moon rituals today. But yeah, when it comes to hexing and cursing, I do have a couple videos. I think I have a video up on Wiccagem on here talking about. Let's find it because I know I have it. I think it's under. No, the craft is there for the book. Candle magic? No. That's weird that I don't have it up there. There. Breaking spellcraft. Amber, if you're still in the chat, look up breaking spellcraft and then type in Wiccagem and then type in breaking spellcraft and you'll find the video. Today's video has been kind of boggling my mind for the past couple months, and it's all because of this book. It's The Complete Idiot's Guide to Wicca and Witchcraft, 2nd edition. This is a really good book. I would say this is a really good book for newbies, as well as a little bit of newbie-ish. I would say, like, if you know your stuff, but you kind of want to brush up on your basic skills. When I had... Should. Ooh, it's not going to show... I got this book for $1.99. There it is. It's what I had... I really like this book. I used to straighten my hair every day, and I actually had highlights in my hair. I used just regular Revlon, like $3 hair dye, and I would just like grab like a little strand of hair, just like run it through, and surprising enough, it came out with really good headlights. But I remember in this video they are talking about breaking spellcraft. It's from the Idiot's Guidebook to Wicca and Witchcraft. And they're in there talking about how to remove hexes and spellcraft that kind of was sent your way. And there's so many different ways out there to break spellcraft. You could do ice, you can work with ice, you can work with many things with it. Breaking spellcraft. I tend to, when I want to break something that's no longer that's against me, I tend to like what my friend just recently told me, the CPR. Is it CPR? Is it CPR? Yeah, CPR. CPR. It's the cleanse, protection, and release or removal in that fashion. So what I do is I typically cleanse myself, start removing any attachment of energies that are not mine that I'm working with to remove. And right there, then I put up protection so you can kind of like avoid shit leaking in, and then either you release it or send it back to the sender. Just there's so many ways of breaking spellcraft. You don't really need to be a practitioner for such things. So you can remove any spellcraft that's against you. There's the mirror box trick. There's the witch's bottle. There's so many things that you can kind of like amp up protection against such things. But if you guys are hearing me shuffling my tarot deck, I am shuffling my tarot deck, but I'm not doing tarot card readings tonight. I really need to give myself some good energy break because yesterday I did like such a extraordinary, I would say, reading for someone, a paid reading, and they got a full reading, but they got a little more than a full reading, and they got a little more full reading, and it drained me, and I didn't know it, but they kept on talking, and it went on for like an hour, And then I was just like, I gotta stop. Okay, I was like, okay, we gotta end this conversation, end session, because I need to like get something to eat, drink some water. I need to like rejuvenate. So rusty water. I don't know why my tea looks like that. It's the Arizona iced tea. Arizona Arnold Palmer, half. I love Arnold Palmer's. And whatnot. I am texting back an old coworker. Because I just thought of him just now. Sorry, didn't mean to get distracted. But if you guys have any questions, about you want to know about me, whatnot, write it down in the comments below. And I'll answer them honestly. You can ask me anything. I will tell you the truth. Like I really don't have nothing to hide. Except for my nudes. I don't think I'll show my nudes. My kitten's over there having a little nightmare. Do I have a cat? Yeah. Did you hear the meow? He's having a dream back there. Little man is over there in Sapphire. They're both sleeping. This is usually the time they actually snooze and cruise because they like to stay up all night. So, you gotta sleep during the day in a way. But yeah, Sapphire is 11 years old. And little man is just under a year. He's just a crazy cat. Little destructive, destroyed some properties here already. Some of the part of the carpet, some of the parts of the walls, which is okay because I'm gonna be here for another year, so I have no problem staying for another year, and that gives me an opportunity to repair the carpet. I mean, I think I know a couple people that repairs carpets that can. But yeah, I do have 2 cats. They're really nice to actually have when you do spiritual work or when you're doing ghost shit. When you're working with spirits and stuff like that, they kind of help confirm that there's something in the room with you. Another fun fact about me is I hate blackouts. It's like the worst thing that can happen to me, and it always happened to me at my old place. It always happened to me when I'm all alone. One blackout, it was like 4 hours of a blackout, and it was me and Sapphire, and then 2 other cats they're still alive. Those other 2 cats are still alive, Tuli and Nani's. They had all my candles open or on. And I was just basically relaxing and just basically fully charged portable battery goes with my phone. I attach it to my phone, and I'm just sitting there like talking to my best friend, and she's just like, "Sucks that you have no power because I have power." And we're just teeing giggling, and she's just building comfort for me. And she had to get off the phone. She's like, okay, I'm gonna let you go, or something like that. I was like, fuck, damn. So as soon as that happened, then I was just gonna make a YouTube video in the dark, like, thank God for being a witch. You have all these candles that you can burn during a blackout. And then when that happened, all the cats ran into my room. And as they ran into my room, they all stared at my door being open. They all stared at the door. And I was like, 3 cats shouldn't stare at the same thing unless there's something there, really. And my candles, I was like way in the back. My candles were all aligned on my entertainment stand and my TV, and all of a sudden the candles flickered as if like someone moved by. But all the cats are on the bed with me, and they were just staring over there. I was like, oh hell no! So I go and look, because I'm like, I'm not gonna be chicken out like in my own house. And by the way, how'd you get in my house? Spiritual, like if you're a spirit, how'd you get in my house? How'd you get past my protections? So I go and look, and it's just like within the dark, there was a dark, and I couldn't see anything in there. I couldn't see anything past it. There at the end of the hallway, there's this really at the end of the hallway, there's this really shiny door handle, and if you had any flicker of light, be a candle, it always hits that reflection, hits it back, and you can see it. And I always look at it because it's like the only shimmery shiny thing in the dark, and I couldn't see it. And normally, candles, at least two of those candles, would have created a light illuminating reflection. So I was like, okay. So I like looked in the hallway, saw that, completely chills, cold, and I said, hey, you're not wanted here, and you don't really want to mess with this person here. I was like, you must leave and exit this premises. You don't belong here. I don't know what gave you the rights for you to come in here, but I don't think you want to come in here. I don't know how you got past my security, and like, it literally just like I wouldn't say back up or anything. It just like fade, and I was like, good. And so after that, lights clicked back on. Not like immediately, but like it was like 40 minutes later. Lights clicked back on. I started cleansing the house and start reboosting my protection spells and charms, noticing if my just looking at my charms, noticing them if they've been changed or messed with. Then yeah, got rid of those. Got rid of those charms and remade new ones just because it's just like I'm not. Maybe they were disaffected. Maybe they just weren't like working. So, what do you think about burning incense while having cats? My cats never had any problems with incense. I do look into when I'm burning loose incense. I do look into recipes for poisonous towards humans and poisonous towards animals. I do look into that in consideration. There's always a substitute for every herb. There's always a substitute for an herb. And this reminds me, that just reminds me of something I really want to come on here and talk to you. So on TikTok, which is something I do all the time, on TikTok, there was this girl, she just like did not like the idea of Scott Cunningham stating that you can use rosemary for any substitute for anything. And then she went on the whole entire like, well, rosemary is ruled by this planet and this element and this, and it's associated with this, so it's really hard for you to use use rosemary as a substitute herb for anything. And rosemary, literally rosemary, lavender, bay leaf, salt, pepper are really like the basics of herb. There's also a couple other herbs out there that you can obtain, but those are like the basic herbs that can be used for multiple purposes. So when she said that, it was like I really liked her style of the craft. I really liked her videos. I really liked, like, I looked at her as like, wow, she for a 22-year-old, she really got a hold on her craft. And not to say my craft is better than hers and my way is the right way. It was just more of like she basically just like looked at Scott Cunningham's book, read that little piece, and she's just like, I disagree, which is fine. You have the right to disagree. You have the, all this stuff and everything. But she just basically starts shaming Scott Cunningham. And then I was just like, no, like now you're just targeting a new target. Like, no, no, we can't do that. We can't do that. Um, but I am gonna give this 10 more minutes on this chat, this live video, 10 more minutes because I don't want to be on here forever and lose my voice even more. I do have things that I had to attend around here, like clearly vacuum, put my shoes away, pick up the pillow, fix. All that is just jackets that my boyfriend tends to wear, put it there, even though I do have a coat jacket rack thingy holder over there in my front door. But yeah, when I'm burning incense, I tend to look into the cats. And like during summer or during like the warm weathers that I know, Red Cap, that you don't like, that we both don't like, I tend to have windows open when I'm burning incense. That's when I realize I burn more incense. Is close to summer or close to where it's warm weather, and I would literally just like burn like 3 sticks of incense at the same time. My boyfriend hates it sometimes. He's like, God, it's like flavored smoke in the air. He hates it. He hates it. He hates it. But he knows it's he knows I do it just because I just do it because it's just I need those incense going for a reason. I told him, like, usually my spellcraft, whenever I'm doing witchy stuff, if I'm doing something with incense, just know the fact that the incense is, once it's burnt, it's done. I don't need any more incense going. It's not like a long duration of prayer. See, I really like these cards. They kind of like bend to my name, like to my hands. And they smell so good. They smell really old. Oh yeah, they smell like you know, when like old encyclopedias or old books. Oh, that was my other favorite word. I have a couple favorite words, but that's one of my favorite words is this the word for smelling old books. I can't even pronounce it. Oh, it's the most commonly word describes the smell of old books is like musty. However, there's no defined word yet. How would you describe the smell of old books? Listen to this. How do you describe the smell of old books? Well, when sniffers describe the book smell, they most frequently use the words chocolate, coffee, and old. Library smellers, however, have selected the word of woodsy, smoky, and earthy from the list, which is funny because most books are made from wood, trees, and stuff. I don't know. I got the Egyptian Tarot and the guidebook. It's only a few keywords of each card. Should I go look it up? Describe traditional meaning. Um, I mean, that's entirely your choice. Hold on, let me grab like. No, those are all for different. Let me grab a traditional book. No, I think it's over here in my mix of 3,000 books to go through. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. astrology books. Well, here you go. Here's one book that I kind of, I tend to, here's this book, Mastering the Tarot by Paul Fenton Smith. I personally know him. He is from Australia. This was one of the books that I really just took a gamble on, and thought that I was like, oh cool, this is cool. Mastering the Tarot, a guide to advanced tarot readings and practice. He has a couple other books, which I really just want to. It's very expensive to buy his books because he keeps them closely published in Australia. But this book you can find like a newer copy, a newer front. But I was so glad I got an opportunity to get this one, because this one's actually the hard one to get. I don't know about now. I haven't really looked into it for a while. But in here, let's look into this. So he has Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is about an act of deciding between staying in an environment which is familiar and no longer stimulating, and making changes which holds promise but will not deliver what you expected. This card appears. This is the card which appears when your client is considering leaving their home, jobs, or even the relationship which they feel is restricting them. And he talks about the figure in the card. And then he talks about the reversal. So that's usually what that two of Wands usually talk about. But yeah, you should definitely look it up. Always look up tarot card. Always look up every information you get, and tarot cards wise. And you should definitely, if you read, I don't know, I've seen the Egyptian tarot deck. I've seen it before. And that was strange. That was really strange. I've seen the tarot deck before, but I never really read the book, or the guidebook that came with it. You should definitely look it up on YouTube, Egyptian tarot, and like the meanings of. That will kind of help out what you would really like. There's 2 more minutes left, and after this, I have a couple YouTube videos I would like to make. But yeah, I think once I get a little more people onto this, onto my live videos and the Q&As and some tarot reading videos and whatnot. But what I'm gonna do after this is make a YouTube video, and then I actually want to start creating on Wiccagem, on TikTok, start creating videos about tarot. I feel like it's kind of time to talk about tarot on there, and then start drawing daily affirmations or daily cards. Like if this card, is your for you page, yada yada, then this means for you. But yeah, got less than a minute with this. So I just wanted to say thank you guys for, watching, coming on here and chat up a storm. That means I need to take my medicine, which is why I want to get off too, because my medicine, I don't want to take it and walk away, kind of get personal with that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching and subscribing and everything of sorts. Please forgive my man bun. But yeah, I just say that we'll live and learn with this, and that we'll advance with more of the lives. So I think it's time for lives and stuff like that. But till then, guys, thank you for watching and subscribing. I'm gonna press the exit thing. Watching and subscribing. Blessed be.